All right, guys, as you can see, we have an extra member of the ship container here today.
The newest member.
The newest member. She's a very good girl. A little quiet right now, but hopefully we'll get her to say something in a little bit.
She's been quiet all day, really.
Yeah, I haven't heard her bark.
She hasn't really barked at all.
She doesn't talk a lot.
She doesn't talk a lot? Okay, well, with the dogs being here, there was another dog too. I don't remember the other dog's name. Hildy's sister's dog, Bambi, which is like, I don't even...
There's a third dog here too.
Well, there's a bunch of dogs in here.
Right? My guy.
That dog can't be weighed in pounds, right?
Who?
Bambi. Like, I think you weigh her in ounces. Like, she's not a pound.
Bambi weighs less than like a pinky fingernail.
She weighs like as much as a sandwich I had, I think, outside.
Well, that was a hefty sandwich.
It was a hefty sandwich, ham and turkey.
A couple pounds.
But one thing with the dogs it made me think of a story that I saw a couple of days ago, that this golden retriever on Instagram, and I'm sure there's a lot of dogs and animals like this on Instagram, they make millions of dollars a year just being Instagram famous and Instagram influencers.
Yep.
It's a scam.
You finally got to the topic.
You
finally got there.
It's been
The scam
weeks.
is
for like literally weeks.
Well, we have a perfect entrance. We have a new.
That's true.
Four-legged friend. The scam is, Jess, the dog doesn't get any of the money.
Well,
it's the owner.
The dog gets probably a really nice life.
Yeah, but
Probably really nice treats. Probably like free food.
free food. I mean,
You should be a dog lawyer to make sure that
I
those
should.
dogs
Like a
get
class
what's
action
coming.
Yeah, that they're equally
lawsuit.
represented.
Exactly right. Make sure that
That's a
that
good
money
idea.
is put into an account
That's
just for
a
the
good
dogs.
idea.
because imagine there's a golden retriever I saw. I forgot his name. He makes $1 million a year on Instagram.
Yeah.
But like, is his life better or is the owner's life better?
I feel like this is a show like on Home Garden Network.
You know what?
Tony Catala, how the fuck do you say your last name?
Whoa. That's weird.
No.
Tony.
He's the one that edits it. Doesn't
Yeah, exactly. I can say whatever I want.
The point
Jerry
being,
Bear too.
Yeah.
no,
Mhm.
Jeremy doesn't care either. We should remember how you were trying to come
Definitely
up with
cares.
different names for shows for people and like topics and stuff, little mini shows or whatever. We should come up with called That's Crazy. And it's just things that I find crazy.
Didn't I come up with this?
Maybe. I don't know.
Give us an example. of
Yeah,
something
the
else
one I
that's
got for you.
crazy. So right now is the dogs.
Mhm.
So what's it? That's not a whole show.
Well, it could be an episode.
I feel like Tony
That was
says it
very
like
short.
at least like 2 or 3 times a day.
I know,
Easily.
but how would this show work? Just that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a mini episodic show where it's
But that
one
was
thing to
3
me that's
minutes of-
crazy.
that was like 2 seconds of
Well, no, we
content.
go meet the dog, we go see how he lives, make sure that everything's okay, and then at the end I'm like, that was crazy.
That's the punchline though. It's just like,
Right,
that's
right.
crazy.
Didn't
it's
I
like
come up?
Welcome to Flavor Town or like Get In.
We can just
we're
do
going
this.
to Flavor Town.
We just do it with
I
viral
don't think he
videos.
says
in, we're going to
I don't think he says that.
Yeah.
I think you're mashing up a Mean Girls quote and Diners.
Oh
Drive-Ins.
yeah.
What's the mean? I don't know what I've never seen.
Skinny
Mean
Loser,
Girls.
we're
Going shopping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Have you never seen Mean Girls?
No, never.
That's
Even though-
crazy.
But you're gonna tell me
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Bingo, episode number 2.
But you know, Guy
Movies
Fieri.
I've never seen.
But
It writes itself.
The show I'd come up for you was My Guy.
Itself.
Oh my god,
Where-
that's another show. We
Yeah.
could do My Guy and then That's
Guy.
Crazy back to back.
What is my guy?
You know what my guy is.
Basically, Tony interviews a guy, and then when he agrees with him, he goes, "My guy." And
My
that's
guy
it.
or girl.
That's my guy.
Guy or girl, it doesn't matter.
But you still just say my guy.
Exactly.
My guy.
Right.
The whole thing is him saying "My guy."
Yeah.
What's Willow's last name?
Finer, I believe.
Okay.
We were debating that yesterday.
Yeah, because
actually.
we were gonna make Willow a company badge, but we weren't sure what name
Well,
to put on it.
It's a fair question. At the vet in Miami, she has my last name.
Wow.
So it's up for debate.
But somewhere else she doesn't.
In New York, she goes by Willow Finer.
Hmm.
Have
Yeah.
you considered hyphenation?
Yeah. Actually, it's long though.
Yeah, it is long.
So
Tough for a
It's a ton
Scantron.
of fine.
yeah.
It's a lot.
Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Do you know what a Scantron is?
Yeah, I don't think you guys.
Okay, no,
they might not know. That's a legitimate
Look,
question.
people in
Yeah.
Florida know what a Scantron is.
Jerry,
Maybe you
do you
guys
know
had
what a
something else.
Scantron
Yeah,
is?
of course.
Everyone knows.
I-
what
this
a
is-
I didn't know it was a
Scantron is.
Florida specific.
Do they
thing
still
or not.
use them?
It is.
No, it's like a
It's
national.
not-
It's national,
No, I
right?
know. I was
okay.
I
I
didn't
was
know
gonna
if
say
it was my point.
It's
finer
That's
sounds like
crazy.
a fine.
That's
last name.
crazy.
Episode number 3,
For what?
Scantrons.
Scantrons.
What are we doing? This is crazy.
This is a terrible show. So bad.
Would you ever have a crossover where you talk to the Scantron guy and you're like, my guy?
Yeah.
My guy. My guy.
It'd
That's
be a 2 for 1.
crazy.
It'd be a 2 for 1.
They use Scantrons everywhere. That's crazy.
How do you think Scantrons work?
What
If
do
you
you
were to describe Scantrons, the process of a
Scantron
Scantron
technology,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the Scantron technology?
Okay, so it's like a rectangular sheet of paper
Yeah.
that has a bunch of 1 through 50 or 100 or whatever it was, and then it has the place for your name, all the things, and then it's kind of like voting, right?
Yeah.
You put in whatever it is, and then it puts it in a machine. I remember the teacher having to go to do the Scantron machine, and that was, again, I wasn't a great student, so anytime that they would leave, I was like, oh, I don't know if I did well on this test. Like, this might not be a good one. I can't tell my mom. All of a sudden, they'd come back.
How would it read?
Stack.
How would it read right and wrong?
That's my question.
was-
Is how would you explain the technology?
Oh, okay. So essentially, it's like a stamp, right? It's like a thing with like a big stamp. So you put the machine through. First, you put the key, then you put the actual whatever the thing that you're looking at, and then it'll mark with like a pink line, almost like a typewriter. It would mark like a little line where you got it wrong.
This might be another show idea, which is Tony explains the
Things,
world.
yeah.
You know, we
have one of
Sports
those.
Explains
Now we
the
can
world.
do too. Yeah.
It's just Tony explains the world.
Was that right on the Scantron or no?
I think it's generally right. That's
Yeah.
how I understand it.
With number
to
two
be.
pencils?
There's,
Yeah, I'm a
there's an
homeo.
answer
That's
key.
the scam. Number two
Number two
pencils.
pencils.
Bingo.
That's a
Like
scam.
Scamtron.
Scamtron.
Although by the
Ooh.
time
Yeah,
by the
Hakeem
time
Nicks.
I was
My
in
guy.
high school, late in high school,
That's
we didn't
crazy.
need a number 2 pencil anymore. We
Yeah,
could
that was a
use
hoax.
pens or mechanical pencil as long as it was dark enough. They were like, yeah, that's
You use pens on Scantron?
Yeah.
Damn.
This is
I
what
never
I'm
did.
saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
What?
You get me? Come on.
What's your strategy?
Wow.
Like, you're taking a test, right? And
Mhm.
it's like, let's say it's a 100-question test. You
Right.
have 5 minutes left. You have 40 to go. What's your Scantron guessing strategy?
Man, I can't Christmas tree because it's never Christmas tree.
You have to just pick one letter the whole time.
I was gonna ask, do you do the
Yeah.
one letter? Or do you do?
Nah, because it's never the one
Yeah,
letter.
no, because
but I think
statistically
I
you have
think there's a
25% chance of
mathematical
whatever's
probability.
left.
I mean, then
wrong.
you have 25% chance across the board.
This is going to sound
No.
kind of insane, but the way I used to do it was literally, it was just a feel thing. Like I'd look at the Scantron and be like, all right, these are what the answers have been so far. This is what I think it'll look like the rest of the way. This is what it
Did you
should
get good
look
grades,
like.
Jer Bear?
Oh, come on. Do we need to ask that?
Because that
Yeah.
doesn't
Is that
sound
a
like a
question that
winning
we need to ask?
strategy.
Well,
And it
most
sounds
of
like
the
a guy
time I
that's
got to
never
the
had
end
to
of the
do
test.
this
No, but what
before.
he's saying is like you can look at the question, process of elimination, a couple answers, and then give yourself a better chance of
Yeah,
guessing.
just kind of look.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have to like write a quiz or a test? Because I have a devious thing that I would do.
What do you mean write a quiz or test? What do you mean by
Like
that?
a short answer?
No, like you had to come
Like
up with
create the questions
Yeah, the
in a
questions and
test.
the
No,
answer
they didn't
key or
trust us to
whatever.
do that.
I'm trying to remember what I did it for because I know I did it like once or twice, where I was like, okay, answer 1 is B, answer 2 through 9 are C, and then answer 10 is like E or something, right? Because then the person that's doing it's like it can't.
They can't always be
again.
C.
It can't
Yes.
be 8 C's in a row.
There's no way it's 7
it's
Cs.
C.
I would go back and change it for sure.
You would?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If every answer was C, I'm looking at it, I'm like, nah, this can't
Yeah.
be right.
Dude,
I'd have
if
to
you're,
go
if
back
you're a
and erase
teacher
it.
doing that, you're like a mental
a piece of
terrorist.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
for
but that's why I'm saying that your
Not
your
my guy.
strategy.
Yeah, no, not my guy.
You'd probably just be like,
Yeah, I
just
would.
put just like painting pictures almost with the things to make
100%.
sure like I'll get something here or there. You know what I mean?
I think we're all so sort of around the age where like you consider maybe going back to school at some point. Like I feel like people.
My life's over. I'm doing that.
You're going back to
The
school.
look I just got from
I am-
Tony is
I
like,
am.
I
you
feel
would
like
never,
people
right?
in media
I was
around
done.
their 30s eventually are like, yeah, I should go
100%.
be a lawyer.
Yeah,
like
you're
I've
like,
talked to a few people that work in media. They're like, all right, this is it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go get another career.
Same.
I would never go back to school. Is my
Really?
point.
Hell
I
no.
could never ever take another test.
There are some
for the
days
rest
I
of my life.
like I miss the social aspects.
I don't
Like
even want to take a
we
driving
have that
test.
here.
yeah, I know, but
This is
it's-
school. This
You-
is
yeah.
adult school.
Don't take this the wrong way. You'd be the creepy old man.
Yeah,
in
well-
the college class.
there's not a lot of ways to take that other than bad. So thanks, Billy. But
But no, you could do online classes and not be old and creepy.
I can't do
But then
online.
what's the point of going back if you miss the social aspect of it?
this is like what I
There
think
is no
You
point.
said this earlier. Like you learn by like writing things.
Yeah.
Like I'm the same way. I have to take notes. So like online like isn't great for me.
You could just write stuff down.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, but just it's not the same.
You at your age, I won't say what it is, but going up to like a 19, you're
16.
like, how do I find you on TikTok?
Again, old and creepy.
It just-
No, it's just-
Unnecessarily.
We're painting a very unflattering
Yeah,
picture
Yeah.
of
weird
Mike
picture.
Fuentes.
A weird picture.
He's
of Mike
only
Fuentes.
43.
Him and Amin
I'm
the
the
same
youngest
age.
43-year-old. You know,
Wow.
Amin is definitely older than that.
40 older than 43.
Also, the only one who didn't like bring your dog to work today. So
Yeah, I thought I was worried about it.
I was
coming in.
worried. I was
very
worried Dan was gonna have
Yeah.
a freak out because there was
No,
an
he's a dog
incident.
guy, though.
He is a huge dog guy, which
Yeah.
was why I was like, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
There was an incident where there were a lot of people here. Allegedly, at one point, I was not here. Where apparently people were unhappy that there were so many people here, and I thought, adding a couple dogs to the mix, maybe not the best idea. Luckily, she was a good girl, so it
Yeah.
didn't matter.
He was the most excited person to see her as well.
he
Like the
was
moment
so
he walked
excited.
in, he
and I
was
like,
ecstatic.
I'm good.
No, Willow was
So I'm
fantastic.
She was so good.
She was, yeah.
She only had one incident back there where she was kind of snooping in the trash, and I was like, let's not do that because I threw
No.
away.
You should have brought your dogs.
No, No
Yeah.
way. If I brought my dogs, it would have been
Totally different
disaster.
take on
Yeah.
bring your dog to work day. Dan would not have
Why
liked
so? Why, Billy?
Because they're menaces.
How
What do you mean?
how are they menaces?
They like to play a lot. They're very fun and playful, and they jump around
Kinda
and
like
run
you.
around.
They're
and-
big, right?
I was actually surprised by Willow's size. I thought Willow was smaller. I didn't think Willow was as like filled out. I thought
Are they as big as Willow or bigger?
slightly bigger? How much does Willow weigh?
48 pounds.
Yeah, they're like I think they're in like right at 50 more or less. They're like slightly bigger. They're all hair though.
Ah.
Except
have you ever
Izzy's
seen
like
a
jacked.
doodle shaved?
We had to shave when I got my first dog, Dopey. We had to shave him
They look
because
so different.
when we got him, he had really, really long hair, but it was all matted. So the only way that they could is they had to shave him. So
Do you watch those TikToks? Because that's all. I mean, you're talking about the very wealthy golden retriever.
Mm-hmm.
The people that run the grooming clinics that have the TikTok accounts, they get millions and millions of views just like
On other
shaving
dogs.
a dog.
Yeah.
It's not even their dog.
Yeah.
They just get absolutely insane engagement just like shaving a dog.
I have a question
Bathing a dog.
for you guys that I shouldn't ask on air, but we're here, and let's
Okay.
make this a community experience along with our listeners.
Bring it in.
Let's do it.
Would you guys be interested in having on Mystery Crate in the near future a TikTok star barber,
Huh.
Yes.
Who?
Vic Blends?
What's his
Is
deal?
that the guy that he like gives free
Tony's
haircuts on the
guy.
street and he talks about life?
He has two.
Oh, hold
That's
on, let me
that
see
guy.
him.
I
Let
like
me
that
see
guy.
him.
Yeah.
Let me see him.
if
Well,
it-
it's an email.
Oh,
no, if
Asking.
it's him,
Hold on, let
I'm
me-
pretty sure that's him.
let me
Yeah,
take a look.
He's like a guy. He just gives street like haircuts
Blends with
randomly
the
to
Z?
people that are down. Yeah, I think so. That are like down on their luck, or
Oh,
they're,
I've
they're
seen
going.
this
Yeah, they're
guy.
going through tough times, and he like
Didn't he get in trouble? Or no, am I thinking of a different TikTok barber?
This is why we don't do this on air.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Oh, this
Yeah.
guy's a good dude. Yeah, I like this guy.
I'm
My
thinking of
guy.
a different TikToker.
We
that-
could do my guy with him. Interesting.
You want me to send that back to the guest bookers? Hey, we have a new show that Tony's hosting called My Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that.
Wait, that's the other show.
I'll just reply it. I'll just reply. Don't worry. Who was
crazy.
it? Who sent it? Evan? Or was it Laura?
It was Evan.
He owes me somebody, so
My
I gotta
guy.
talk to him anyway.
Do they offer him
My guy is my
specifically
guy, though.
for
Nick's,
Mystery Crate?
Nick's your guy.
Nick is my guy, dude. Nick is my boy.
This is such good
I
content.
That's a
love
different
Nick.
Naming
show.
all these people that nobody knows who the hell they are. It's fantastic.
You don't know Vic
That's
Blends?
how you got on the show.
I do know Vic Blends. That's a good point. Everything.
Rat bastard.
I hate you all.
Wow.
Oh, we didn't do the thing.
Beep beep beep.
Ah.
All right, guys, it's been
Did
what
you guys
3
see Stars in Mars yet?
Dude,
No.
no.
Okay.
I'm
Stars and
excited
Mars.
though.
Wait, what? Can you describe what it actually is?
Is it really stars on Mars?
It's yes. Is a short answer.
That's
They
crazy.
flew these celebrities to Mars, and it's like a Big Brother on actual Mars, which is like
A
weird.
Big Brother on actual Mars.
Like the
Okay.
show Big Brother,
Right,
where
right.
they live in a house.
But
and
they're
they
not
have, like,
actually on
challenges.
Mars.
No, they
They're-
are.
They flew him to Mars.
Yeah.
They're no, because that would take like years.
Well,
They
it's been
started
in
a
production
couple
for a
years ago,
while.
yeah.
yeah.
But Tom Schwartz was just on the most recent season of Vanderpump Rules.
Who's Tom Schwartz?
That's kind of everyone's question on
a
the
great
show.
question.
Yeah, nobody knows who he is.
Who are the other
Like-
stars on Mars?
Do we have a list?
Marshawn Lynch, Marshawn Lynch,
And
Richard
Richard
Sherman.
together.
So more
Yeah.
famous than
Correct.
Tom Schwartz.
Yeah, Christopher Mintz-Peltz was there.
Yeah.
Who is that?
McLovin.
McLovin.
Oh, that's right.
I tried to call him by his real name.
Yeah. With Marshawn
Yeah.
Lynch. Spoiler alert, Marshawn Lynch. So like there's one scene where Tom Schwartz is like, you know, his whole life people have called him McLovin. I'm sure it bothers him. So I'm gonna make sure not to call him that. And then the very next scene, Marshawn Lynch goes, McLovin!
Yeah, he's like, I only know him by that.
He goes-
That's what I'm gonna call
He
him.
goes, I grew up calling him McLovin, so I'm gonna call him McLovin.
Yeah, and then
Are you gonna say something on Marshawn Lynch?
Lance Armstrong's on it.
yeah, Demi
What?
and Bruce Willis's daughter is on it. Tallulah, I think her name is.
Ronda Rousey's
Tallulah
on
Willis,
it.
Ronda
Rousey's on
Rousey.
it?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a comedian who I don't
Confession.
know.
I get Lance Armstrong and Neil Armstrong confused.
You're
in my
not the
head
only
all the
one.
time.
You're not the
Especially
only
when we're talking about outer space.
Hilarity will ensue with that
Ooh.
one.
Yeah.
Hijinks.
So spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Unlike
Where's-
Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval.
Yeah.
Can't screw those two up.
It's hosted by William Shatner.
Yeah, he's the home base
Dude,
guy
He looks so good for 91.
in his almost mid-90s. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, we had him on the
90,
show like
yeah.
last year. He looked incredible
and
when they
he's
said
so
his age.
like
Sharp, He's-
mentally sharp. Yeah.
I was gonna wait
Wow.
to see how long it was gonna take you to get to Sharp if he didn't come in when you said he's so mentally.
I was gonna say sound, but when he
That
said
works,
sharp,
too.
it came out.
But,
Either way.
Anyways, they're 2 episodes in. And I stopped watching
How
the
long?
first one.
How long
It's
are the
like a
episodes?
40 minute episode. It's an hour on TV, so it's like 42 minutes.
Ariel Winter's on it too.
Yeah.
from Modern Family.
Yeah.
So what are they doing on Mars?
Well,
Mars stuff.
Is it like a survival show, like a Bear Grylls kind of thing, where you have to do like
They have challenges.
tasks
Like
or whatever?
Matt Damon making a potato.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Martian.
well, so
Shout out to
in the
Martian.
first episode,
Other potatoes.
the like big
don't give
like,
away too much.
thing that
'cause I
happens.
need to
No,
see
it's
it.
just
When that
like
hurricane comes
they
or
have
whatever,
to
the storm.
yeah,
God,
they have to
that's
like
scary.
restore a telecommunications tower that has fallen down, and they
Wow.
got to rebuild it.
That's why I don't want to go to Mars.
But
hey,
That's why I
Well,
don't want to
that's
go
what
to
it is.
hey,
Mars.
this thing broke. Go fix it. No, I don't want to fix it.
so
Make it sturdy.
If you went there, it'd be
I'd
part
be
of
the
your-
one having to do it.
You'd be equipped to do so, though.
I know, but it's like, damn, dude.
Well, what do you want to do?
but what are you
That's
doing
why
all
they
day?
just
It's not like you have to
don't
go
let
to
random
work.
people
Like
on
you just
Mars.
fix the Mars stuff.
That's it. That's all I do. I just
Yeah.
sit there and just wait for something to break and then I have to fix it.
Yeah, that's your job.
What?
Like
That
what else
sucks.
is there? You're like
I want to get on the rover and cruise.
this guy just wants to have
I
a
want
good
to be
time.
Tom
My
Cruise.
guy, rent a car and drive to the Keys.
No, well,
so you can cruise all you
soon
want.
actually. I'm going soon.
But and then
Late
there's
July.
like then like they have to go fix the tower, and then there's like a Mars storm, so which is just a bunch of fans and all this red dust getting kicked up all over the place, and it was actually more entertaining than I thought it was going to be.
Marshawn Lynch and Richard Sherman arrived on a Mars rover,
Yeah.
and I think it was just to like play on Marshawn Lynch
Of
driving
course.
around the utility
The car,
car thing. Yeah. He was doing that on Mars though.
But it was way better than I
Crazy.
thought it was going to be.
So that's what you want to do is go to Mars, drive around the Mars rover.
Yeah.
It seems like that get boring after a while. You know what I mean? Like,
man.
oh wow.
You know what gets boring? Fixing a telecommunications
Red
tower.
Hill, dirt, nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you get to a
Crater.
certain part and you're like, whoa, this is sick. What if you look up and like it's different, the atmosphere is different or something, and you can see into
What if you have
The
like a
stars,
heart
I don't
attack though, and then you're on Mars?
Te
and you
hoite.
just die.
nah, to hell you to.
Yeah. That
mean,
means
you could
you're
just-
screwed.
Yeah, it's just done. Yeah.
That means you're screwed. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if there's a medical emergency on Mars and you're the only guy there, it's like, all right.
Well, if there's a medical emergency, you're the only
No
guy
guy.
anywhere, you're in trouble.
You know
Right,
what?
but
They probably
on
should
Mars.
In part of this cast, they should have sent up like a celebrity doctor.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that would have been a
Dr.
Should've been
curveball.
Ken Jeong.
Yeah, one of the-
Dr. Pimple Popper. Should have
James
sent him up
Andrews.
there.
Dr. Phil.
Dr. James Andrews is an
Dr.
actual
Drew.
doctor. I meant more like one of the
Like a celebrity
like one of the
doctor.
doctors from the show,
Oh,
The
not a doctor
Doctors.
for celebrities.
The kid that
No.
played the good doctor.
The actor who plays
Oh
Meredith
my
Grey.
God.
Oh,
The
like
Good
Doogie
Doctor.
Howser.
The Good Doctor clips on Twitter still. have
There's a
not
new
gotten
one.
old.
Wait,
There's
why?
There's a new one
that's
floating
so
around when he
bad.
calls somebody a terrorist.
It's
yeah.
a bad show, right?
But I think that's the second time he accused someone of terrorism, because I recall another clip where he accused someone of
In
being
the
a
show
terrorist.
or like in real life?
In the show.
No. what?
I don't know,
The
dude.
show's got some stuff going on.
It's a weird. It seems like a very bad show.
I have a new
It seems
reality show.
terrible.
But it's like on
clicked here.
like season 30 or something. It's been on
Yeah.
forever.
Politics.
So
you know
is
how it
Young
goes.
Sheldon.
Politics.
What if the same
Thank you.
way that we have all these stars on Mars trying to learn how to do astronaut things, we take all of the actors who have once played doctors on TV and have them go to medical school?
Wow.
And that's
That sounds so boring.
That would be a super boring show.
Find
All
a
you
way-
do is,
all
like,
right. Fine,
study.
fine. Shoot
I
it
have
down.
a-
Fine.
yeah, all you
I'd
do
Find
rather-
your next
just
topic,
read
guys.
books.
I'd rather watch
That's
my
a
guy.
terrible
Nerd, dude.
idea.
Yeah, thank
My
you.
guy.
My guy would be sick.
I would rather watch That's Crazy.
I mean,
Tony learning the periodic table of elements and just saying
I was
that's
bad.
crazy.
not a crazy thing, but I was bad at the periodic table of elements.
What were you good at? Like, what was your best? I think you said math before.
No,
right?
no. I'm terrible at math.
Oh.
I was good at reading and
1000.
writing. I was good at history. Good at like memorizing stuff like that. Not the periodic table because I don't really care.
You're good at memorizing stuff.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
good at PE.
That's a lot of school, though,
PE.
right? Just memorizing stuff.
That's a lot of
Exactly. It's
studying.
BS. The whole thing is the whole construct of school is stupid.
Someone texting you? What's going
Yeah,
on? Here?
my wife was texting me. She asked me if I've ever been to Yardbird on
Have
the
you?
beach.
Delicious.
No, I haven't. But it's
I love
really,
Yardbird.
It's really good.
Yeah,
She's
the
Wait,
there
biscuits.
right now.
Yardbird is the one that has like the southern style
Correct,
food.
southern
Yard
style food.
House is like the chain, right?
Correct,
I always
yes.
get them.
It's more like a-
Yardbird is delicious.
There's actually
Yeah.
a Yard House right down the street from
Yeah.
Yardbird. Yeah,
Oh,
but
by Lincoln Road.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Yardbird is delicious. Good brunch.
She said, "Need to bring you here. The food is amazing. It's like high end Southern. Yeah.
Yeah.
The cornbread is
Great chopped
crazy."
salad.
She said, "Cornbread is crazy."
That's crazy.
That's my girl.
You should say that's crazy.
The wedge salad. The wedge salad had bacon on it.
I was
that
gonna say,
otherworldly.
The wedge salad,
Yeah,
underrated.
great
Even though
salads.
like every time I see a wedge salad, I'm like, why do people pay for this? Because
It's
literally
just a
just
fat
chopped
head of
and then put on a
lettuce,
plate,
yeah.
but it's so damn good there.
Otherworldly.
Yeah. And then she put, "Now we're sharing the chicken and waffles.
Do you
Sweet
have
tea is to
like
die
full
for."
conversations
love
with
it.
your wife? Like
Yes,
you don't
I
have
do
like
have full
shorthand conversations
In
like
person or text or
text? Because I feel like,
But
I
like,
don't
what do you mean
have,
by that?
I would never text Lee like a description of a meal I've had. I just
So like
be
Jenny
like,
texts me like this.
OMG, so good. Love, tell you, like, I'll just tell you later. And then like we'll just kind of have like we have little abbreviations, but I'll never like describe things to him.
So it's like this. Look, as you're looking, it's like very quick texts. Like, hey, everything's good. This, that, the other.
Does she like give you one sentence in 15 different text messages?
That's what he just showed us.
Oh, that's terrible. That would drive me insane.
I don't really care about
It's probably good to describe it though, because only me and Billy could see it, and the people listening couldn't.
That's exactly what he just showed us. It was like 7 straight texts.
I used to be like that, and then I thought it must be so annoying for her to get like.
Does it matter?
30 dings in a row.
Does it matter?
If she's working, yeah. Which is what you're doing at this moment.
Okay. I mean, did you hear any dings? No, he just Billy.
I'm not attacking your wife, bro. You can relax. Jeez. I'm just saying that.
Dude, I'm so chill.
Dude, it's dog day. Like, let's all.
Yeah, seriously.
So chill.
Can we get Willow in here?
Like so another show
let's
idea.
Go pet someone.
I'm so chill.
I'm so chill.
I mean, bad phrasing.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Let's get past that.
It's fun because I don't know when this is airing in comparison to when we're recording it, but at the moment that we're recording it,
it airs every time the same day, by the way.
Well, I don't know when that is. Shams just tweeted that Bradley Beal and the Wizards are expected to work together on a trade with the Eastern Conference champion Miami Heat.
Wow.
Set to emerge as a prominent potential suitor.
So
that's fun.
By Saturday, that might be resolved.
Yeah, it's going to
Bradley Beal,
resolved.
Damian Lillard.
Yep.
But the Heat are in on everyone. You know this. Every off season, they're in on everyone.
Luka and Giannis,
three-headed guard monster. I told you.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Can I ask you guys a question? Not to make this like super sportsy, and I asked it before. How long into the off season before everyone is trying to trade Bam? Because I feel like
infuriating.
I think it started before the off season.
No, I know, but I'm saying anyone that's available this off season, you're going to see like the trade machine, and it's going to be Bam in every single simulation,
except for Damian Lillard.
No, Bam or Tyler Hero. Probably Tyler Hero.
It'll be a lot of Tyler Hero.
A lot of Tyler Hero.
That's different than Bam.
But his stock is so down now because he didn't play.
There's only one place to go.
Yeah, but people are being like,
up.
Injury history. That's what I tried to tell you guys at the beginning of the season, or postseason at least.
And that was our minute of sports talk on Mystery Crate. Good job, everybody.
I have an update for those who like follow along with our lives from afar through listening to Mystery Crate, because I'm pretty sure I brought it up here with Greg Cody. So I miss
Greg.
I do too. Well,
I
saw him yesterday.
I never see him on Tuesdays
because you're
anymore.
Work from home days.
And I don't get to do Mystery Crate anymore because you guys started doing that on Tuesdays too.
No,
you have never been here.
You guys have just cut me out of Mystery Crate.
That's untrue.
No.
I literally said, can we hurry and get this in today so we can have Jessica here?
I'm saying that Charlotte was here the other day and she did it, but you weren't here.
But that's not me.
I know, but we don't do it on Tuesdays.
We've had kind of a wonky schedule. Where and some people use the studio, and then Cougs doesn't respect our time at all. And
Cougs
always
enough of menace.
Yeah, he's a scheduling menace.
Yeah,
he really not my guy.
We have
not my guy.
We have things scheduled, and Cougs is just like, you know what? I'm just gonna book that studio for 8 hours, and then maybe we do something, maybe we don't.
I have Dan involved in my project, so I'm gonna push everybody out.
Exactly.
No respect.
Seriously.
No respect.
I get no respect.
You gotta pull.
You gotta pull your collar.
Yeah.
So, anyways, on one of the previous episodes, I was talking about how I had an annual dermatologist appointment, and I was gonna start.
Naked.
Yeah, well, they let me keep my underwear on, but then they pull them down, so it's like a game for them.
Whoa!
Do they check 360?
That's a whoa.
Is it a 360 check or is it like a front and back?
They're like, you can keep them on if you want. They're like,
but we're gonna look at your ass.
Well, the way that they explained it was, if you have any undergarments on, you can keep them on. It's like, why would I not? I'm wearing jeans. Like, that's gonna be awkward. And so
someone shows up commando to the door.
Yeah, I was gonna say next time just have it all out there right when you walk through the door.
So I'm wearing like boxer briefs, and then like at a certain point they're like, okay, well, we need to look at your buttocks, is what they said. I'm like, you just say my butt, like it's fine. And then they go and they like look at my butt and then like look at the other butt. What would be
the funniest slang word they could use? We gotta look at your ass cheeks.
Let me see that ass.
It was weird. It was weird. It was weird.
I think buttocks is fine.
Bum is kind of weird.
The ox is unnecessary.
What do you think if next year I go wearing a thong?
That's the way to.
You know what? They're doctors. They've probably seen it all.
I mean, I'm sure if I was just there and they're like, stand up, turn around, please.
They're
like, yo, what's this guy doing?
They'll be like, oh, it's a new thing I'm trying.
Did they give you a robe? robe or were you just naked?
No, I was wearing a robe, but then like,
Naked.
It's like the paper robe.
That's the medical term for it.
yeah,
guys.
that is. That's true.
Why would you not just take your undies off if you're gonna be wearing a robe and you're not even naked?
They told me to leave it on,
It's
but
just weird.
But I
for
had to
them
take off
give
my
you that
socks. I was
instruction.
barefoot, whatever. So I
They
did.
have to look at your little toesies too.
Yeah. So they did that. They only checked my privates in the back though, which like,
They don't check front.
They didn't check
What if you have
front.
skin?
Yeah. What if you got something going on in the front?
Well, they don't know about it.
Well, then
I mean, is that their job? Yeah. Let them check out your dong.
I'm not going to
Not
turn
dong,
around
but
and tell
whoa.
the doctors look at my front. Also,
No, but
you
not
know,
the
like,
check it out.
That's like prison.
crazy.
What if it's close enough where it's like close
crazy.
there, but they got to see it?
If there's something concerning there, I would tell them maybe, but it's not like,
But what if
hey,
you
you
don't
want to
know?
look, and then I like lift up.
Hey!
the robe.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
My guy.
My guy.
Episode 4, Billy's front.
Billy's dong.
So I was worried this whole time about like, I need to get in shape because I know they're going to look at me and I don't want to
that's
do whatever.
right.
Yeah.
You
And
haven't
I
done
was like,
shit.
I didn't do anything. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And last week I canceled it and I rescheduled for this week. And then I was like, maybe I'll do a couple core classes between now and then. It'll make a huge difference. And of course I did nothing. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just get this out of the way.
Wait, so what, you're frightened that they're gonna be like, you have, stage 4 melanoma or whatever, but you're hoping that they're gonna say like, you have stage 4 melanoma and you look hot.
Yeah,
by the
hot
way.
bod.
I mean, if they have to deliver good news, like I'm trying to do
You
a
want
service.
to get a compliment.
Nice pecs, Billy.
I'm trying to do a service for everyone.
Sexy abs.
Have you
You're
been doing
dying
core?
of skin cancer.
Oh, getting those planks in, huh?
I want it to be, for everyone involved. Like just,
Yeah.
Anyway,
How many
A
people in the
pleasant
room?
experience for all.
there was 3 this
I was
time.
gonna say they
I hate
usually
when they have the assistants in
Yeah.
the dermatologist
There was an
office.
assistant-
Yeah, that's the worst.
Don't
I
learn. Don't
hate
learn
it.
today.
Hey, they don't
I
have to look at my
wanna-
ass.
I don't,
They don't have
I
to.
want them there.
No, there's an assistant, and they're like, we also have a student learning.
I
And I'm
hate
like,
that.
Student, learn somewhere else.
I was
Student
like-
learning is
And why?
okay,
That
like,
guy can pivot to marketing tomorrow, and then you just got to see your junk for free. Like, what's the?
it was all women. It was like
Ooh.
I was like, I don't, whatever.
Was that more nerve wracking for you?
No, I didn't care. I
No?
had no shame. No,
Okay.
I was like, I don't care. I had.
Did you have shame that you didn't do the core classes?
No, because this is what I was trying to tell you. I got there and I was actually feeling really good about it because they're starting to go through, and I put on a couple pounds. I'm not gonna lie.
LBs.
So I go in there and they're like, "Oh, it says your weight is 205. Does that sound right?" And it's like, "Well, I'm at 200 now." So when I was there, I was like, "Dude, I lost 5 pounds. Like I'm looking good by comparison. I didn't even have to work out. I've already lost 5 pounds. I know that we're way over, but I just want to tell you like a really uncomfortable situation where like there was like a student assistant like watching. I shouldn't say this.
Say it.
It's
Say it.
so
Say it.
bad.
It's a safe place.
Say it.
It's one of my worst medical procedures that has to happen. So I have like recurring kidney stones, right?
right.
So sometimes there's like little traces of blood in my urine. Like it's not like it's blood, but like when they go to do
kidney stones.
yeah. So when you go and you test the urine, it says like, oh, there's traces of blood in your urine, right? So they had to do a procedure on me called a cystoscopy.
That sounds terrible.
I'm not excited for whatever it is.
Me neither.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. So cystoscopy.
Yeah,
Now we're doing Latin
exactly. Spelling
biology
bee. Yeah,
Yeah.
spelling class.
Cystophagy.
Tone.
that's it.
They cut into your sister.
Stop.
What do you think that they did?
I think that they put something up your and swam around to
your
see
dong.
what was
Up
good.
dong,
Yeah.
How do you describe that in more detail, please?
Up your right.
Also,
Am I close? Did they put something up your?
Okay,
how else are they going to get there?
Okay, so there's the doctor.
The other way.
I don't know.
Dude, there's a doctor, an assistant. They brought in a student for that too, and they were looking for someone else to bring in to stick a camera up the front and look around and
The
see.
front?
Oh my god!
Up the front? I
It
told
was
you.
really,
Up the front?
really,
Up the
really painful and uncomfortable, and there was a crowd watching.
Should have told me. You should have charged tickets.
Sounds like a nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sounds like a nice little Thursday.
Episode 5.
My
Billy's
guy.
Episcopography. Whatever it's called.
What word did you just say?
Episcopography.
sister
My
thing.
favorite
System.
denomination.
Nailed it.
of
That sounds like a religion.
Billy, it's not nearly the level of what you went through, but my like uncomfortable doctor moment was I went for a checkup a couple of years ago when I was still like close enough to high school that I remembered high school friends and knew them well enough. And
Do you not remember them now?
not
you
not
don't
like
know high school
the
people now?
acquaintances from high school that you were like friendly with through circumstances, through the fact that you had like multiple classes together, but you weren't really like close friends, you know, those types of people who still, you like cared what was going on. Anyway, went to the doctor, and the assistant or new PA or whatever her role was my friend from high school's older sister, who's just a couple years ahead and looks just like my friend. So it was just this truly uncomfortable moment of like, oh, okay, you're gonna do that to me now.
What happened? What was it that they did?
what
To
was
you?
It's just a general checkup, but you're like, you know, checking your stomach for different, like I'm very uncomfortable with my body in general, just like general body shame.
Why?
And so just, you know, I mean, that's
Next
a
week on South Beach
yeah,
Sessions.
yeah, that's a much deeper conversation than we're
Jeremy's
willing to have
body
here.
issues.
Hey, that's that could be episode
this show
3 of
does
That's
really
Crazy.
good with
That is crazy.
all things body positivity. So
Yeah, we're
it'll
really
be
good
a
about
one.
that and not shaming anybody. But yeah, it was just sort of a general uncomfortable, like, oh, okay, you're here, and now you're the person examining me.
Did this doctor know you?
What's his doctor?
I think
No,
no,
but it's the first time.
This person, I think that she did know me, but was trying
Pretending not to.
to pretend not to, because I
Got you.
could see the look on her face when she walked in and saw like the name on the sheet, and then looked up and saw
Yeah.
me. And I think that she knew me, but wanted to make me not feel uncomfortable by the fact that she knew who I was.
So now does she really know you?
Do you think that she's watching and he came and was like, I saw that
Inappropriate.
guy shirtless?
Yeah.
That's who
maybe.
Jeremy
Saw
said.
that guy.
Honestly,
Saw that
maybe.
guy's dong.
Whoa. It was a dong checkup?
I don't think you're
I
allowed
don't
to
think
do
that's
that
what it
if
was.
you're. I think that's breaking the Hippocratic oath.
Yeah, isn't this
To
like
tell
a
anybody
conflict
about it.
of thing?
No, but she says it to herself. She kind of points and is like,
something there.
I
the
saw
Leo,
that.
the Leo DiCaprio
Like-
thing. I got it.
Oh man,
Jeremy
that's
Taché.
awkward. I also had an awkward situation last week
Huh.
at my own apartment. There was someone that came over, and it was getting late, and I had to get up early the next morning to come to work. And the person was not getting the hint that we wanted them to leave.
I hate that.
And I had never experienced this before with someone I didn't know very well. Because if it's a friend, you can just be like, "Hey, I got to get up early. Like,
Get out of here.
Yeah, you'd have no
get outta
problem
here."
kicking them out.
And
Yeah.
they're like, "Cool," because
Lehman's friend?
It's like like a friend of a friend of a
Got
friend.
it.
Ooh.
And I just started brushing my teeth.
Oh man,
And it worked.
That's already way past the threshold. When they start getting ready for bed and you're sitting there, like,
I brushed my
brutal.
teeth, but I don't know. I mean, what else am I supposed to do in that situation?
what's the ideal time for something like that?
I mean, I think if you invite someone over for dinner, if they're there past 10 o'clock, like that's tough.
On a weeknight?
On a
yeah.
weeknight.
On like a Wednesday or
Yeah,
something.
that's late.
Yeah.
What if you're vibing, though?
If you're vibing, different. Then you don't want them to leave. But
Right.
Yeah, then you don't mind that they're there.
But so this was not a vibe.
I mean, no, and it was also like the middle of the week, and I had to get up early for work. So like,
You
I'm
can
not
have
trying to
middle of the week
I'm not
vibes,
trying to
though.
vibe in the middle of the night, like with someone that comes over for dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Billy, I can see you
If I want to
going out.
vibe, I'll go to like Lenape with you and Jenny.
Yeah.
Say
That's
it again.
a vibe.
Say it again.
Lenape, Lanyape.
Lanyap.
Okay, whatever. I
Exactly.
don't know how to pronounce shit.
Exactly.
Fuentes.
Last segment, I still don't
Not
know what
my
Billy's
guy.
thing was.
Mm-hmm.
What is it again?
Cystoscopy.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
And also with you.
Billy, I can
And with
picture
your spirit
you.
now.
Yeah, I can picture you going out to like the
Let
yard.
me just stop you right there.
Keep going.
Go ahead.
Don't picture him now. Don't picture him ever.
I'm just never going out. So
No.
this is already fantasy land,
No.
but I'll play the game with
You're
you.
not
But
listening to what I said.
yeah.
People are at your house.
Mm-hmm.
I picture you going out into the yard and like watering plants or something, and being like, "All right, you guys are leaving so soon."
Checking
as you
the
water,
perimeter.
like, yeah,
So
exactly.
I actually bought one of those. I don't remember where I saw it. I think I saw it like at a Party City or
but you're in
something.
Council See you.
No, because that's giving off the wrong vibe. You know what I mean? Like you go out and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk out here in my underwear, and then maybe they'll get the hint, and then they'll leave, and then all of a sudden,
It
like
turns
people are
into
just
something
taking
totally
their clothes off, and it's like, what the hell's going on here?
My guy.
So anyway, I bought one of those signs that says like "Go home by 9" or something like that. But I've never put
No,
it up.
you
I've never
didn't.
put it
That's
up.
hilarious.
I've never
I
put
think
it up.
my next step, if the toothbrushing didn't work, was just to put on my jammies and just walk out in my jammies and be like,
I was gonna ask
close
if
the
that's
door,
a
go
It's
play.
over, folks.
Yeah.
I was very close.
See you
But
tomorrow morning.
I just feel like you have to take the hint when you're going somewhere for the first time with people you don't know that well.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
So when that's going on, is Lehman like continuing conversations? Is Lehman kind of
Lehman
like
and I have a great nonverbal
The look.
communication
Yeah.
method.
Uh-huh.
Like when I told the story on Mystery Crate a few weeks ago, there was someone trying to talk about politics to us a few months ago.
How fun.
And it was like 7:30 in the morning. It was a complete stranger. He just decided he wanted
That's
to tell
early.
us like how great like
This person get in your car? How did
it
you-
was.
like, what was-
It was at a restaurant where we were waiting for our food, and luckily they brought the food out in takeout containers. And Lee and I gave each other the look. Didn't even have to say anything out loud, and we're like, "Well, it was good to see we're actually taking this to go." But we had planned on sitting there and eating it.
Yeah.
and we just both knew
Damn.
like the antenna was up. So in these situations, we're always on the same page. We're always as equally bothered by other people. Like we have the same kind of threshold for
Yeah.
being inconvenienced and annoyed, I guess you could say, or just wanting to go to bed, really.
Because I was going to ask, if Lehman's continuing these conversations, do you then get mad at Lehman or do you get mad at the guest?
I mean, that's you got to get mad at your partner if they're
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
to do
because
that.
they know you. The guest doesn't.
And
Yeah.
you also, if that's happening, like I would send a text. It's never happened before, but I would send a text and be like, "Shut the shit down."
No,
Well-
I give,
going
I
to
give the
bed.
little
Wow.
pinches. I give the little pinches.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're
Putting
going
on
to
our
skip the
jammies.
fuck.
This is
Wow.
this is one of my weak spots is that I know when Courtney wants to kind of wrap things up, but I am such a
People pleaser.
people pleaser that I'll just continue
Like Raquel from Vanderpump
boring
Rules.
ass
Rachel.
conversations if people want to continue it. Like I will just keep going no matter what the
Yeah.
circumstances.
I'm getting a call from somebody from Mayo, Florida.
Mayo?
Yeah.
Answer it.
Mayo.
Mayo.
That's another show.
There you go.
Are we ever going to talk about your Leah Michelle story? Or
Oh,
no?
I want to talk about it so
Spoiler
bad.
alert.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tell us what
Whoops.
happened, Jer Bear. Also,
In
did
90
you see
seconds.
the Tonys were on Sunday?
I did see the Tonys were on Sunday. I came in on Monday morning with a bit where I wanted Tony to talk about the Tonys, but unfortunately we
The
didn't get that
Tonys.
one.
Well, I
off
could
the
tell you a
ground.
couple things.
No, I
actually,
was
before
I
we
was,
go.
I was
Oh,
trying to
boy.
remember who we were talking about. It must have been you that we were talking about. Tony just had his own award show called the Tonys,
Yeah,
where
it
you were
was with
just
me.
giving out
That was a-
I
awards.
just talked about
A bit. We were
whatever
like,
I
we
want.
should do this on the show, and Dan was like, okay, like, go figure it out. But then we
Which
never,
means
which means like it's
we won't do
probably
it.
not funny.
We
enough
could do
to
it tomorrow.
actually
We'll do it on Mystery Crate next week.
Yeah, but the Tonys at this point were like several days ago.
Mhm.
What would your categories be?
Sweeney Todd won a couple.
Josh
I
Groban.
wouldn't give Sweeney Todd anything, actually.
Shocker. What an upset.
Who would you give something to?
Yeah, who would get a Tony?
Take Sweeney Todd's name out of your mouth.
The only
Demon
Sweeney
Barber.
Todd
Hey, yo.
reference, the only Sweeney Todd reference I have
Sweeney Todd.
is
In The
Andy
Office?
from The
Yeah.
Office
Andy
wanted
Bernard,
being
yeah.
in the play, and Michael's like,
irony-
"You guys did
Yeah,
the
he didn't call
tryouts
me
for this
back.
already?"
Yeah.
The irony of that is that Andy's
that.
brother in the show is played by Josh Groban.
Which I didn't
How
know
about
at the
that?
time.
Oh, that's right.
I
He
just
is,
found
yeah.
out who he was.
He was also
You just thought that was just some actor playing like a
Yeah,
pretentious brother.
The number
yeah.
of cameos that
Alright,
go
fair
over
enough.
my head in movies and TV shows.
he's in Crazy Stupid Love too.
incalculable.
As
Never saw it.
yeah. Really
Never
No.
saw it.
One of the
That's
Crazy
a
Stupid
great
Love?
one of the
movie.
great rom-coms.
Steve Carell.
That's a great
Yeah.
movie.
Would you
gotta
give
watch
that a
movie.
Tony?
No.
My guy Ryan Gosling looking
My
very delicious.
guy.
My
Oh.
guy.
Love Ryan Gosling.
Hey yo.
Ken.
I have a couple. Well, I have a question and I have a topic
Okay.
that we can get to.
Which one to do first?
Well, which do you want to do first?
I wanted to get the Jeremy story, but before we do that, I want to pick one of these. So let's do the story first, then the topic.
What was a question or a topic?
Question first, then the topic.
Well, I was in the other room and I announced that I was coming in to rid people of their burdens. And I said that that's what I do here. And that got a laugh
Yeah.
and some dirty looks. And it seems like that's not what people think that I do here is alleviate burdens.
Right.
So I was kind of wondering if that's how you guys view that as well, or if just everyone else is wrong but me.
The chances of everybody else being wrong but you are slim.
But there's still a chance.
But there's a chance.
But I feel
will
like
give
we're
you that.
talking about your character as opposed to like
But-
you, the actual person.
What does he
Huh.
mean by that?
I don't know.
The thing is,
I think Fuentes was there when this happened, right? Were you there when this conversation was going on?
I was
can
having
only-
a sandwich when it happened.
I can only speak to my own personal experiences working with you.
Yeah.
And you've never created a problem for me.
Yeah,
wow.
that's what I'm saying.
See?
You've only helped me corral our mutual problem, which is Stugotz's schedule.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
whole other
So
thing.
but Billy handles 99% of that, which I'm highly grateful for.
He's
So-
on vacation next week, so get ready.
I think Billy's
Really?
anarchy.
he works more on vacation than he does here.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I tell like when I go on vacation, he's like, "But what day can you record?" I go, "Hey, I'm on vacation."
You must have not heard me.
I'm on
vacation.
vacation.
That means I don't
You see how
work.
vacation works.
I don't
is-
travel places with a microphone like you do.
I
Like
leave my computer at home.
But then it's free.
Yeah.
That's how that's how that works for
That's
him.
how he gets it, because then he's like, oh, I worked on vacation.
Yeah.
It's actually genius.
Anyway,
I
So
think
you-
you alleviate problems.
Wow.
I don't think you cause more.
No, he definitely does not cause.
I appreciate that because Cougs was on the opposite. Cougs was saying that
This guy's been here for
I
like 30
am a
minutes.
burden.
Like,
The reason that I think that maybe they feel that is because you look at some of our hours where things maybe go a little bit off the rails because of some of the things that you'll say on air. So they're thinking, oh man, Billy's an anarchist. Billy's trying all the things that
Unfair.
Dan says.
That is an unfair categorization.
But I think it's an. I think it
I'm a
is. I think
dog.
it's an unfair characterization of who Billy Gill is at his core.
I got to be honest with you. I didn't even want to bring this up, but Kugler's been doing this thing where he refuses to be on any show with us, but then he just starts texting me, talk about this, talk
What a
about that,
weirdo.
talk about it. Yeah.
He texted me
weirdo.
support of my amazing reality show idea earlier
Really?
Which one was that?
about the one about actors who have played doctors
Oh, that one sucks.
actually becoming doctors.
Yeah.
Wait,
ask
he's
him
listening
what
to
he
this?
thinks. Ask him what he thinks about my guy.
He just wrote burden, baby burden, and that's all he wrote. And I don't
What
know
a
what that
bad
means.
joke. Can you
Like
play
Burn,
the?
Baby
Can you play
Burn?
the? Yeah.
That's
Can
awful.
you play that for me?
He's a
please?
comedy writer, which is the craziest part about this entire
Don't get
thing.
me started.
It's the weirdest thing. He won't be on anything. So here's what I wanted to talk
Nobody's
to you about.
funny to him. The guy's never laughed before.
Going back
The
to
guy's
this.
never laughed before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No comedian's funny. Nothing is funny unless he wrote it. Crazy.
Hold on a
Anyway.
second. Just for Cougs.
Yeah.
Took me a second to find
Burden,
it.
baby.
I think we just need to do one of these episodes like remotely where we're walking around with like a handheld so we can go talk to him. Because he's listening.
idea.
He wants to participate
He
through
wants to
us, but
so
he doesn't
bad.
want to be part of it. It's the strangest thing. I think he just doesn't want to get like crap about like forcing his way onto his show. You know what I mean?
That or he doesn't like
Like Tony. Like Tony wasn't supposed to be on air and then now we're stuck with him. So I
Right.
think
Yeah, who would
he's,
do
like-
that?
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the thing, right? I think
I'm
that
severely outnumbered in this category.
in the way that Witty like leaned into his idiosyncrasies and like weirdness,
Yeah.
it feels like Kugler doesn't want to lean into it on air, but he will off air. So it's like if he comes on
You know
here,
what happened
he
today?
doesn't want to feel like, oh, these guys are gonna make fun that I drink 17 gallons of Diet Coke every day.
You know
It's
what?
weird.
You know what happened to him today that I felt bad about? So he's sitting there, right? He has his hat on. It's like this wool New York Yankees hat with like a little tiny Yankees logo, and it has like this thing. It looks like a hat Babe Ruth would wear, right? Except it has like a weird like pattern on
Yeah,
it, right? But
I've
it's
seen
like
it.
wool, tiny Yankees
like a
logo, whatever.
5-panel hat.
Yeah. So then he turns it around and he's sitting there with the hat on backwards talking about something. And Taylor, who has headphones on and is editing video, he's editing, I don't remember the name of the game where we get to guess the
Who that
thing.
is?
Yeah, he's editing that, right? I'm sorry, Taylor. But he's editing that and he just takes off his headphones, he looks at Cougs and he goes, "You're not a backwards hat guy."
My guy.
And then he went and he put
Oof,
it back
it's a
on.
solid
and just
burn.
continued.
Oh,
It's a
my
very
God,
solid
dude.
burn, I
Taylor's
gotta
my
say.
guy.
That's a very solid burn.
Out of nowhere,
Good head on his shoulders.
just
Very
out of
cool.
nowhere goes, "Not for you. You're not a backwards hat guy."
Yeah, he's right.
And then Cougs is he turns it back around and puts, and then that was the end of that.
He's a guy that wears a hat every day.
No,
No,
he
he
has
doesn't.
days that he doesn't
No.
have
Cougar
hats
feels
on.
like he wears
His
a hat
hair's
every
I wear a
combed.
hat more often than he does.
His hair's combed a lot of times,
He has hair.
like a nerd. Anyways, so
Jeopardy's for nerds.
Jeopardy's for nerds, but
Period.
wanna
I like
talk-
Jeopardy, which is unsurprising. I'm a
That's
nerd.
fine.
Like you sit there and watch it, and
Very
you're
young
like,
man.
"Oh, I can't wait for potent potables."
It's
for 600.
nice. It's a nice, sweet palate cleanser.
Yeah.
If I need
For what?
22 minutes,
It's very
to
neutral.
just sit
Yeah.
and like not really feel the impact of anything going on.
How about just turn off the
anywhere.
TV?
Look at a wall. Yeah,
No, I mean, I
You wanna
I
feel
could,
relaxed?
but I
Turn
also
off the
like
TV.
I like learning things,
Out of-
and I feel like sometimes I'll remember.
Go look at
some
the
of
clouds.
answers.
Out of everybody in the container,
yeah.
and especially those that aren't here, who would be the best game show host?
Me. So that's what I wanted to.
Oh, that's really was. I nailed it.
Wow.
I had no idea. I would totally guess that.
Well, no, what it wasn't. It was going to be about Pat Sajak's
Pat Sajak.
retiring, right? And the leading candidate, guess who?
You?
No,
No, it's
Billy would not be here if he was the leading candidate.
Ryan Seacrest.
Come on.
Guy's going to take another job.
What else does he want?
Enough of
Everything.
How much?
Seacrest.
How much more can he have?
He's not-
Exactly
he's not-
right.
oh, because he just finished morning show. He's like done with that. Whatever that
I
morning
don't
show
know what
was
he's
on.
up to.
Yeah.
He's in Etanto.
He doesn't need every job.
You know who I miss? Carson
Who?
Daly.
He's still around. He's on the
He's on
Today
TV,
Show.
I know, but,
Yeah.
but I don't watch morning TV anymore. Like
you ever think about the other guy from the first season of American Idol and just get a little sad?
Yeah, Dunkelman.
Who?
Brian Dunkelman.
There were two hosts of American Idol
Not a
when
great
the
name.
show first started.
You can see why.
Yeah,
Like,
Is
Brian
Seacrest his
Dunkelman,
real
yeah.
name?
yeah, I think
His last name is really Seacrest, or is it like
isn't he like
Johnson, but
he's
he
like
changed
extremely rich, right? Because like
Oh,
he produced
yeah.
a bunch of
brother?
Oh, yeah.
Guy
He's,
doesn't
like,
need to work
loaded.
another second of his
why the
life.
hell
Dude,
does he wanna do
he
Wheel of
produced the
Fortune?
Kardashians.
Yeah,
That
right?
guy's like
Yeah, that's what I
super
thought.
loaded.
Yeah.
He's got like I think he's like 400 million.
He
is
had
his net worth.
he had one of the great lines. I think it was in Knocked Up when he's talking to Katherine Heigl, and he's just like, "I'm more famous than half the people we interview anyway." And I was like, "Oh, he's right." You know,
What's
like,
really amazing about Ryan Seacrest and all of his success is that he has one of the greatest moments in live TV history where he tried to high five a blind guy.
Yeah.
It happened.
I forgot
It
about that.
happened,
Was that like
and
on
it
New Year's
was
or something?
truly no. It was on American
American
Idol. A guy
Idol,
named
yeah.
Scott McIntyre, I think, who was a blind contestant and was
Was that a
tremendous.
Jeopardy question?
No, but I guess it could be. And when Ryan Seacrest went to high five him, it's true. It was a 2-second window where everything was awkward.
Yeah.
To me, to this day, it feels like it was like minutes of watching this unfold. It was amazing.
His celebrity net worth is $450 million. It says his salary is $75 million, but he has like his
Salary
radio
for
show.
what?
I don't
Just
know. He has
everything?
1,000 jobs.
He does have a
But what does he
1,000
need
jobs.
to do Wheel of Fortune for? You know what I mean?
To
like
make more money.
Give someone like me a chance. Let me go and host Wheel of Fortune. I don't know how good I'd be at Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if
think you'd be
that's like
all
my.
right. I mean, it's one of the
strong
less-
suit.
Do you know how the game works?
You know what the problem?
But it's less it's less talking than most game shows.
That's
you spin
probably-
the wheel and then they
You want to be honest with you? I'm not a great small talker, and I'm even worse. And if Cougs was here, he could tell you. I'm even worse at ending small talk, kind of like what Jer Bear was
it's so
saying before.
difficult.
So I feel like if I were to do Wheel of Fortune and I'd go to the contestant and be like, tell me a little bit about yourself, right? I'd have like 8 follow-ups and we'd only play one game because we'd run out of time and the winner would have like $300 and that would be that. You know what I mean? No one would even have a shot because I'd just be like following up on like
the executives would love you.
talking about like, oh, tell me about your small town.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
you have
all.
a
Des
dog?
Moines,
Oh.
Iowa. How's
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
How's the weather?
What's it like this time of year?
Yeah.
Oh, you said you have an aunt? Tell me about her. You know what I mean? I just have too many follow-ups.
You do have a lot of follows.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think that's more of a positive than a negative. Because
Not when you're trying to keep things going and play a
the
game.
producer would be in your
Moving.
ear and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, but I don't
Keep it
really
moving.
follow. Yeah, I mean, but look, I went like 6 minutes over the second
And you were
segment. You
telling
kept
us
telling me to
scenario,
wrap it
yeah.
up, wrap it up.
Well,
I'm looking right at you and
'cause
I'm
the
talking
thing-
about cystoscopies.
behind the curtain here, I was going to tell
That's what it
you,
was.
like, hey, just wrap it up, but you had gone so deep into the story to break it up into 2 segments would have been weird. And but since we don't really have a strict segment time thing, I'm like, let them cook, bro. You know,
That's the thing is that I knew that story was so uncomfortable, and I was like, I probably shouldn't tell the story, but it was so uncomfortable, and it's like, this is the only opportunity.
Literally or figuratively?
Both. I was like, this is the only opportunity to do so. So if I'm going to do it, I have to do it now because I'm not going to start another segment with that story. Right.
It's a heavy story to start.
Yeah. But I wasted it because that was one of my good stories. Do you guys have stories that you like want to hoard for like a rainy day? Because I've burned through that one now. I can't tell that one again.
I feel like there's some that I've forgotten them. And then like I'll have to remember them after and be like, oh, that's right. I wanted to tell that
I
story.
have a running list of notes on my phone that every time I think of something that I think might sort of kind of be good to tell on the
so
show.
like talking points?
Yeah,
I literally made a
have
Google
running.
sheet for this type of crap. You guys can put
You
it
gave
in
it to
the
us?
Google sheet. Yeah,
Really?
man. I linked it in the
Let me
chat.
see.
I don't know. You send too many
Let's
things.
see that.
I sent too many things.
Yeah. You're a
don't
bit
even
of a
talk.
burden.
On this bullet list, I have. Do any of you guys have anyone in your life as committed to you as the rabbi from UCF is to me? Which is
Wait, what?
The rabbi.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Say that again.
Do you
lost
have anyone in your life as
Uh-huh.
committed to you as the rabbi from UCF is to me? Because
So he's committed to you.
This man, I went to Chabad at UCF. I think
Is the C
3
silent?
times. Yeah, it's like Chabad.
Chabad.
Chabad. I went there probably 3 times as a freshman. Was still trying to figure out, what I wanted to do, who I wanted to hang out with. A couple friends from high school, fellow Jews. We went up to school. They're like, all right, we'll go do this on a Friday night to start a bunch of free wine. But you sign up and just like any other religious organization, they're trying to keep you there. And so the rabbi would send these texts periodically. Hey, when are we going to get you by? Hey, are you going to come back? Okay, all right, fine. While I'm in college, I am 28 years old. And on my birthday, the first text I received in the morning was from the rabbi from UCF wishing me a happy birthday and years of blessings and asking me if I would donate to Chabad.
L'chaim.
Well, guess
That's-
what, buddy?
That's the thing.
Guess what? Next year at 12 midnight and 1 second, you're gonna text somebody. Guess what? Me.
It's going to be you.
That's right.
You're
All
not
right,
gonna
you're
You're
paying
not going to
attention.
remember that whatsoever.
You're not gonna
This
remember
guy's
that.
such a
Better
liar.
set that alarm
The
on your phone
rabbi,
right now.
he's out.
You're
All
not
right?
going to remember that. Did you donate any money?
No, of course
Are
not.
you going to ask him
Wow,
for money, Mike?
jeez. You should.
Hey, buddy, can you send me $20?
What else do you have on your list of things to maybe talk
I
about?
have all soap should be foam soap. Love
Bad
foam
take.
soap.
Yeah, I don't
Good
like that.
take.
Bad take.
No, man.
No.
If you're
I need a
in
good
the
bar of
bathroom,
soap.
no,
Yeah.
if you're going to wash your
Bar?
hands,
Yeah.
a bar?
That's even more
At a
disgusting than the
sink?
foam.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
My own bar of soap?
At a sink?
No, I like my
No, not
Like
the
at a
Yeah,
shower.
no. We're talking at a
like,
at a
if you're gonna-
sink.
If
At
you're
a
gonna
sink.
wash your
like
hands
a
at a
public
sink.
at a public place.
No, in your house.
Anywhere. I'll say anywhere. If you're going to wash your hands anywhere, the soap should be foam soap. I think that foam soap is better than any other soap.
What do you
to
use a
wash your
bar
hands.
for?
I have like a special bar that like an oatmeal kind of
Exfoliates.
soap bar. Yeah,
Oh my god!
I have that for my hands
When
in my
you sh-
bathroom.
When you shower,
My bathroom personally. When I shower, bar soap.
Tony, can you get us out of here in 25 seconds? Because I don't think we're
Absolutely. All right, Billy, what do you got to promote?
what?
What do you have to promote? We got to 19 seconds now. Okay, Mike Fuentes, what do you got to promote?
There's a South Beach Sessions coming out this week on Mike Wilbo. And actually, it's already out if you're watching this on Saturday.
Yeah.
10 seconds, Jeremy. What's your story for New York?
Oh, so we went to New York.
Don't waste it now.
You know what? You're right.
Save
we
it
should
for
probably
us.
save
No,
it for
keep
next
going, keep
week.
going.
No,
You got
we can
four.
say we can save it
Three.
for next week.
2,